daily tarot readings for self-love. We'll also be doing some social bonding.
That's not social bondage.
Right, totally different. And a self-love tip of the day, as well as a collective read for the community. So have your cards ready to do your own reading in the comments when we get to that.
And cheers. And also, whoa, I got the good crystal.
Got that good glass.
Here, it's still ringing.
It's that kind of party. So, for those of you who are just getting to know us,
I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
From ZenRoseGarden.
Home of Zen Ed Academy.
And we're going to get into today's update right now.
So as you come on, let us know where in the world that you're watching from. Before we pull a card of the day, we want to know which tarot card fits your day. If you've got cards and if you've brought cards to the reading, like we said last time, pull one now. This is the perfect time to pull your card, drop it in the comments.
So I'm thinking, because we're stuck home, I know some of you have got tarot cards or oracle cards like in that box that you never look in.
Might be dusty.
It's time to pull them out, pull a card for yourself, and put it in the comments. Or if a card pops into your mind and you feel like that's your day, I want you to put it in the comments. We'll check out what they are, maybe give you a zinger here and there.
Let us know why you picked that particular card. Now it is time for the card of the day. I want you to know that this is a collective read. It's about our collective energy as a community and a social bonding moment.
I pulled this card this morning, or right before the live, because I'm like, what do we all need to know about today? And it is the Five of Swords. Okay, so the suit of the swords it's a hard suit, right? I mean, the suit of the swords is all about the crap we got to go through in life. And really all the minor arcana are about the different things that we have to go through in life, but the swords are about the things that aren't that much fun to go through, right? But the Five of Swords is really showing us that we have the opportunity to become a master in our field. So the Five of Swords is about coming in, taking control of the field of your experience, the field of your niche, the field of your world. And it shows the guy with the swords, he's picking up the swords of his foes or his enemies, right?
And of his choosing.
Right, so he's picking the swords up of the people that he's just conquered. So he's showing us that he's the master of his field.
The skulls of your enemies.
So it really could also mean at this point, that you're collecting the things that you need for your household, for what you need now, what is essential. You are mastering that. You are taking what you need to. Not hoarding. He's not picking up all the swords, right? He's picking up the ones that are needed for his household. So,
for his journey as well.
So on a personal level, it could be gather the things that are needed for yourself. And on a business level, it could be that you are working to master your field of work. It just depends on the reading itself, but I'm doing this collectively for all of us. So it is overall general, the Five of Swords is about mastering something in your world.
Yes.
It's not the people in the card in the background represent the people or situations that you are overcoming.
Right.
So it can mean that you are overcoming this situation by preparing.
Or overcoming Corona and using it with lime.
So I pulled a card from my Santa Muerte deck, which I just got in the mail a couple of days ago.
Thank you to Becky for that one.
Yeah, Becky recommended these cards. I don't know if she's online right now, but the Page of Swords is...
So this is a Latin-inspired deck, by the way.
It's a Latin-inspired deck, and I really love it, but the Page of Swords is about two things. It's about understanding what's a real warning and what's it's called the card of warning. So the Page of Swords is he's there with his sword, he or she, and is looking for warning signs, looking for danger, but not so much in this panicked way.
Right.
So the Page of Swords can indicate, it can also indicate the reconnaissance, spy work, checking out, getting as much information as you can about a potential threat. So the Page of Swords is telling us, along with this card, gather the resources you need, do what you need to do, prepare yourself, and then watch for things that you need to be aware of. So the Page of Swords is not panicked. The Page of Swords is assessing information. The Page of Swords is looking for warning signs and dangers, and also what is the situation, what is coming up for me and my household.
Right.
So that's sort of a collective read that I got this morning.
So that's kind of on the situation at hand,
Right.
what's going on with us, what's going on with the collective as a whole. I think it's pretty awesome. We've got a couple people that, we've got Lisa and Deb who actually pulled the same card,
I wanna see.
Three of Pentacles.
Okay.
Mel says the Ace of Cups or the Star, because I get those almost every time
Those
that I
are
pull.
beautiful.
Yep. And then Claire says I got the Three of Wands. So we've got two different threes, Three of Pentacles and Three of Wands. You
Okay,
guys are fucking awesome.
Let me
And
give
then
you a quick lowdown on those, okay?
Before that, we've got Chantel who says Shadows of Light by Lucy Cavendish. And she got the card Ghost of the Past. Ghost of the Past. The past returns for a time. Awesome,
Okay.
awesome, awesome. And then Cheryl says mine was the Hanged Man reversed. Guess we're all going to be hanging here for a while, learning our lessons and shiz. Yep, absolutely.
So let's see, we're going to give you a quick rundown of some of these cards.
Yep.
So, the Ghost of the Past, it's interesting because really we have sort of a cycle in the virus cycle of the world about every 100 years, right? We had one in 1918.
And
cycles
also,
return.
Deb is just like on it because not only did she pull the Three of what was it the Three
Pentacles
of the Three of Pentacles, but she also pulled the Star card, which is the same card that Mel resonated with. So Deb is like multitasking here, tapping into a bunch of different people.
So the Three of Pentacles, we had the Three of Cups yesterday, which is a celebration but with a purpose. He just wants to ding that every time, right? So the Three of Pentacles is it's kind of about mastering your craft, right? Because the Three of Pentacles is about trades, your trade, your work, your occupation. It's about becoming skilled at that. It's also about finding and connecting with people who are maybe farther ahead of you in the field, or someone that wants to be a patron for your work.
Yeah.
So the Three of Pentacles is really about you perfecting what you know, your craft, your skill, your abilities. So the Three of Pentacles is really a good thing to get right now. And the Star card is about recognizing the messages that are, it's a card of hope in a popular sense, but it's also a card of listening to the messages. And can you listen to the messages through all of the muck that's out there? Can you be still enough to hear what the star is trying to tell you so you can have hope, right? It's hard for me to hold back because there's a lot of levels to tarot and there's a lot of deep levels. There's a popular version of every tarot card. It's a fortune teller. We call it the fortune telling version. And that's what most people tend to know. And that's what most tarot card readers will tell you in your live, online, Facebook, free card readings. They're mostly tuning into the fortune telling aspects
because
of
that's
the tarot.
Easiest one to tap into,
It's not
right?
just that it's the most easiest, it's the one that's the most popular and it's the one that we pass around. But the tarot is really, they're cards of philosophy, they're cards of our life journey. They're not scary or weird. The Three of Wands. You got that? Because
Three of Wands was Claire. So Claire got the Three of Wands.
So I love that this is like a fun because we're all pulling cards
It's a
together.
group thing.
So the Three of Wands is a super fun card. It's really about expanding it. It's really weird that you pulled that right now because the Three of Wands is really about expanding out into the world, experience
online now.
Yeah, but you can do it online, right? Because we're here right now with you. It's about expanding into the world with joy. It is a little bit about your work and business, but it's more about I'm bringing my dream out into the world. I'm experiencing the pleasures and the beauties and the wonders of the world. So the Three of Wands is a very happy card. It's a nice card. There's several of the Wands cards that are very happy because the Wands are about desire. You know what I mean?
It's about desire. It's about connecting to the sensual part of the world and being a part of that world. So Enoch says, Ace of Wands, I'm seeing it like a pen. I have work to do. I will post it in ZRG later.
Heck yeah.
And by ZRG, he means Zen Ed Academy. So Enoch, thanks for joining us. We've got a lot of Zen Ed members here, and it's great to see you guys. We got Cheryl, we got Enoch, we've got Deb, we've got a whole bunch of people here that are already a part of Zen Ed Academy. It is great to see you guys here.
We got a few aces going on. Aces are special in the tarot.
I got the ace of base.
They're about, we got the aces. We're in Vegas, so we like aces, right? So the Ace of Cups is really about something pure that you're beginning. It's something holy. It's a new beginning.
It's always the start of a new journey.
But all the ones are kind of the start of a new journey.
Right.
And I kind of shy away from doing too much numerology and tarot because we can get weird about it.
Yeah.
But the aces are really the aces to me embody the energy of the whole suit. Okay, so they kind of embody that energy, and
it's the fresh energy of the suit.
The ace,
to me,
the ace of they're like the totality of the suit.
Right.
So the ace of cups is about something pure and holy and untarnished, and it's maybe like that fresh new beautiful love, a fresh new love with something that seems very divine. So I like the ace of cups. It's one of my favorites.
And the ace of cups also represents the balance in things, the judicial element of things. Oh, that's
ace of cups because
this is the two of cups.
We're not going to talk about the two of cups. So you guys, great cards today.
Please bring your cards. Bring a card to drop some down, and we'll do a breakdown if we can. Now it's time for the self-care tip of the day. It's one super simple spiritual practice that you can use right now that is known to neurologically lower stress, anxiety, and depression. So right now, take a moment and hug yourself.
It's so silly, right?
Just take a moment and experience that self-hug.
So our self-care love tip of the day is hugs. I mean, it sounds really super silly, right? But I mean, how often do we really, really hug ourselves?
And I want you to give yourself a moment to just imagine if you were your own child, your own baby, your own whatever, and just give that love to yourself. If you can't go out, if you're isolated and there's nobody else that you can have contact with, give that to yourself right now.
So I know it's tough to do in isolation. I just felt David get emotional. But you're there with yourself, okay? And number one, you're always there with yourself, right? No matter where you are, here you are, and here's yourself. And that's all you really have. So give yourself a hug. You need to hug yourself again. The simple act of human contact, like even hugging yourself, can interrupt fear and strengthen the brain's ability to maintain a positive outlook, right? Or it can make David lose his shit. You are so red and Irish right now.
I am.
But seriously, when you intentionally hug, it calms you into a little bit more than calm David right now. And they see...
I'm feeling really good right now, by the way. Really, really good, just because that triggered something for me.
But they do say that we need 5 hugs a day, right? We need 5 hugs a day, and 20 seconds or more in that hug is optimal. Like this, short little hug is
That's
not
okay.
but when you're into it for 20 seconds, and you give yourself time to sit in that hug. There's a moment, right, when that something shifts in your energy. Like you hug someone, you think it's going to be but then you hug, and then there's a moment when you just go.
It's that moment of melting. It's that melting moment where you just melt in a little bit more.
And there's something that shifts right there, right? And something shifts in us, but we have to give it enough time. And hugging a stranger that you just met, that might not be totally appropriate. It might be
a little bit funny.
It might be a little creepy, but no problem for yourself or your kids or your partner. But I don't think in our regular life, without this crisis or all of our busy life, that we do that enough anyway. So
let's take another moment and give yourself a big, intentional self-hug. Just take that moment and imagine yourself like your own child.
And just do it. And if you want to, breathe in and smile and you can do 2 things at once. You can be fill your lungs up and smile at the same time as you hug.
And if you feel like you want to laugh, go ahead and laugh.
Like I told you, we're going to give you some really simple human tricks that we don't use. And they're powerful, right? It's powerful being human.
These are powerful human tricks.
Powerful human tricks you can do for yourself. And so we forget that we have these things that are so easy to do.
Hug yourself like the best person in your world, the mother, the father, the lover, whatever you want to be. Hug yourself like the part that you're missing. Because holy fuck. And Lisa says, when David's arms were placed, it made the shape of a heart.
Yes!
There's that heart shape again.
Gotta love it. Irish love,
right?
Irish love. You know what's great?
It is a heart.
It totally is.
Oh, that's how I hug myself. That's why I'm getting so emotional. I literally make a heart.
Also, Capricorns don't have a hard time loving themselves. So I love that he has his Irish shirt on because that's the day that we got locked down with St. Patrick's Day. And we didn't get to go out to our favorite Irish pub on St. Patty's Day. We had to stay home.
So our personal desire for a solid community prompted us to create a metaphysical school and a community online that we started 3 years ago.
I know you guys heard us talk about Zen Academy, but I want to throw down a little bit about it. So even though we had been teaching in-person workshops locally in Las Vegas for like 10 years, we really wanted to empower more people to use their gifts for the collective good. And now is like the time, right? And
now is the time.
And having a 24-hour support system while connecting with our tribe globally was kind of how we created our community.
And see, not everybody is able to get out to a healing center or maybe even wants to.
That's, in our communities is where we get all of our endorphins and our dopamine in person that come from just being together. And it just helps us feel better. You know what I mean?
And now, when things like this coronavirus, COVID-19 happen, it's even more important to connect, especially with this isolation going on. We have essentially created a fully operational healing center that fits in the palm of your hand. Check out the details in the description.
And most importantly, remember to smile and laugh and exercise your brain and hug yourself as often as you can.
And since you've watched this far, be sure to check out the goodies that we've got for you. The link is in the description below. If you like this video,
hit the like button.
And if you want to see more videos like this,
be sure to subscribe.
And spank the bell to turn notifications on.
So you're the first to know
when we drop a new video
or go live.
And make sure that you check out these videos because that's the time it is. It's time to check out these videos. All these videos. Check them out. All right, so we will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for joining us. It has been a pleasure. We love you. Stay safe. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in the next video.